Captain Jack Reynolds kept his grandfather's revolver in a worn leather holster, more a good luck charm than a weapon. The gleaming Colt single-action army, manufactured in 1873, had been passed down through 4 generations of his family. In the age of plasma rifles and molecular disruptors, it was a curious relic, a conversation piece Jack couldn't bear to leave behind, even when he joined the Interstellar Diplomatic Corps. The Galactic Council meeting had been going poorly. Humanity, as the newest species to achieve faster-than-light travel, found itself at a significant disadvantage in negotiations. The Taurians, tall, imposing beings with 4 arms and metallic exoskeletons, had been particularly dismissive, arguing that humans were too primitive to deserve equal standing. "Your species has barely left its cradle," Ambassador Creel of the Taurian hegemony sneered, his translator converting his clicking mandibles into Earth standard. "You stumbled upon warp technology by accident rather than design. What could you possibly contribute to galactic civilization that we haven't mastered centuries ago?" Jack stood silent at the edge of the human delegation, watching Admiral Barnes attempt to counter with diplomatic platitudes about human ingenuity and determination. It wasn't working. The other representatives, 15 species in all, seemed to be aligning with the Taurian position. During a recess, Jack found himself alone in an observation lounge with Creel and 2 other Taurian officers. They noticed the antique revolver at his hip. "Is that a weapon?" one of them asked, mandibles chittering with what Jack recognized as amusement. "Yes," Jack replied simply, "a family heirloom." Creel approached, towering over Jack. "May I?" he asked, extending one of his 4 hands. Jack hesitated, then carefully removed the revolver, checked that it was unloaded, and handed it over. The Taurian turned it over clumsily in his pincer grasp. "Primitive chemical propellant? Metal projectiles?" Creel's translator couldn't quite capture the mocking tone, but his body language made it clear. "On our world, we abandoned such crude devices 10,000 years ago." The other Taurians joined in examining the revolver, passing it between them with increasing disdain. "How inefficient," one commented. "It appears to hold only 6 projectiles, and requires manual reloading after each discharge," added another. "Yet it has survived over 150 years, Jack noted quietly. "Still functional." Creel handed the gun back dismissively. "A curiosity, nothing more, much like humanity itself." The meeting resumed with a presentation on defense technologies. Each species showcased their contributions to the Galactic Defense Initiative. The Arctarians demonstrated shield harmonics, the Veda Collective displayed their quantum entanglement communications, and the Taurians proudly exhibited their newest plasma cannon, capable of vaporizing small moons, according to Creel. When humanity's turn came, Admiral Barnes began discussing fusion reactor improvements, but was quickly interrupted by Creel. "Your fusion technology is merely a modification of Arctarian designs," the Taurian ambassador said dismissively. "Have you nothing original to offer?" Uncomfortable silence fell over the chamber. Jack stepped forward, surprising even himself. "Ambassador, if I may," he began, receiving a desperate nod from Barnes. "Humanity has something unique to offer the Council, resilience through simplicity." Jack placed his revolver on the display table. "This weapon was created 350 years ago. It has no electronics, no fusion cells, no quantum stabilizers. It cannot be hacked, jammed, or disabled by EMP. It requires no external power source." The council members stared at the primitive weapon with expressions ranging from curiosity to contempt. "With respect, Captain," Creel began, "we are discussing galactic defense, not museum pieces." "Precisely my point," Jack replied. "The Harvesters destroyed 3 Taurian colony worlds last cycle by disabling their defense grids through quantum interference. They'd bypassed shields by exploiting harmonic resonance. They jammed communications by targeting quantum relays." Jack picked up the revolver. Sometimes the old ways offer advantages precisely because of their simplicity. Humanity still understands how to function when technology fails. A murmur spread through the chamber. Jack continued, growing bolder. "We've studied the Harvester attacks. Their ships are vulnerable to kinetic impacts, physical projectiles. because they've optimized their defenses against energy weapons. Jack loaded a single bullet into the revolver. With permission from the Council security, he aimed at a target drone. The sharp crack of the gunshot startled many of the delegates who had never heard such a sound. The drone's central processor shattered. Sometimes, Jack said into the silence that followed, the oldest tools are exactly what's needed against new threats. What happened next would become legend in human diplomatic history. As if responding to Jack's words, the ancient revolver began to glow with a soft blue light. The quantum observers in the room registered an impossible energy signature emanating from the weapon. Dr. Marcus, the human xenophysicist, rushed forward with a scanner. "Captain, your revolver it is. It's resonating with the quantum field. The metal is somehow amplifying background tau particles." The chamber erupted in excited discussion. The Artarian chief scientist confirmed that the specific metallurgical composition of Earth's 19th century steel, combined with trace elements introduced during the manufacturing process, had accidentally created a material that could disrupt harvester shielding on contact. "The weapon is nothing," Creel admitted later, mandibles clicking in what humans would recognize as humility. "But what it represents, your species' ability to find solutions in unexpected places, that is valuable." 2 months later, humanity's Reynolds Principle became the foundation for a new galactic defense initiative. Earth's ancient metallurgical techniques were combined with advanced alien technologies to create weapons the harvesters couldn't counter. And Captain Jack Reynolds' glowing revolver became the symbol of humanity's unique contribution to the galaxy, a reminder that sometimes progress means remembering what came before.